Hello, popcorn junkies. It's the first trailer reaction, the first of 2025. What's going on? I was going to react to that film Companion, and then time just got away from me. But anyway, this is A Working Man. This is the new Jason Statham. What do you call him? Statham, or Statham? He of the geezer. He's the ultimate action hero geezer. From all those sort of Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Was he in that? He's from, from those good old early days of Snatch, Guy Ritchie, Smack You in the Head, Don't Fuck With Me, I've Got a Bald Head, I'll fucking have you, all that kind of stuff. He's tough, you don't mess with him, he can kick the tops off bottles in slow motion. No, of course I realise they do the slow motion. He doesn't do it in slow motion. He was in Fast and the Furious. He's in the Meg. He's the Meg, and there's a sort of security, reliability. I wouldn't say comfort blanket in his shiny head. There's a sort of, if you were being attacked, you would leap into his arms and hold on to that head and go, "Oh, Jason Statham, look after me." So you don't mess with him. But what's interesting about this is called A Working Man, in which he plays an ex-Royal Marines commando who's leading a peaceful life. Leave me alone. I'm just living my life, living the best years of my life. I've got out of the army. I don't want to see any of that stuff anymore. I don't want to have to get involved. But, as is the way with any good film, he's forced to, because his boss's daughter gets kidnapped by human traffickers. Now, what makes this film kind of maybe slightly more interesting than your average Jason Statham film is it's directed by a chap called David Ayer. Now, David Ayer directed the first Suicide Squad, I believe, and he also directed End of Watch, which for me was one of my favourite movies of the year that came out, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Peña as two cops in LA, getting deeper and deeper into trying to solve a cartel kind of criminal gang. It ends horrendously. If you haven't watched End of Watch, I guarantee you an edge of your seat, really gristly, really sinewy, buddy cop type film, but that goes deeper than that. The strength of the performances and the strength of the kind of friendship and kind of collaboration between Michael Peña and Jake Gyllenhaal is sensational. But after the Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad, before James Gunn's one, David Ayer was kind of persona non grata, I think, rather brutally. So the reason I'm coming to this is my mate Nenad has said watch it, so of course I do what he says. I ain't messing with Nenad, just like I'm not messing with Jason Statham. But this also stars David Harbour. How dare you treat Liliana like that, though we don't know the whole story, so let's all get a grip, calm down, and chill out, all right? And it also stars Michael Peña from End of Watch. Haven't seen him in many things since. He was also in the first Ant-Man, one of the best things in the first Ant-Man, alongside Paul Rudd. So lots of great actors. It's clearly blokey. He's a working man. And he doesn't want to be pulled out of his day-to-day life. I don't want to be taken out of this. I don't want to be told to do stuff I don't want to do. I don't want to get into the argy-bargy stuff. But I think we're going to see some argy-bargy. So without further ado, let's check out. Could this be, what I'm hoping for from this is, a sort of higher grade, not championship, not premiership, but maybe championship B-movie style thriller action flick. So without further ado, I wonder if anyone's going to get hit with some scaffolding. That's what I wonder.
So listen, today's going to be hard. Let's all go home with the same amount of fingers that we came with.
Brilliant, Jason, thanks.
When my wife passed and I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
You're here for dinner.
Excuse me, it's not your business.
I'm good, boss.
Business now, mate.
Levon, was that some military shit?
Hey, you didn't see anything.
Just get my back if I ever need it.
Jenny's missing.
She went out with her friends on Friday.
The police don't have the resources to work these cases. They take a report and forget about it.
Please, find our daughter.
Where's the girl?
You a cop?
You wish I was a cop.
So these guys are next level.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play. This isn't just some kidnapping. This is human trafficking. Remember Gunny?
Your blind ward buddy that doesn't know he's blind?
That's the one. You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. I will be your weapon sommelier for this evening.
Ooh.
This is the real beast here. M14, pulled direct from Saddam's palace. And I added a Bluetooth scope.
Where is she?
There's a special place, high rollers only. They can do anything as long as they pay.
Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials. They're all involved in human trafficking.
Love his hat.
You're in the payroll too.
You killed your way into this. You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
Food as much.
All of this is for a girl.
I'm not stopping until I bring her home. That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife.
That's for slapping your wife.
Who are you? What are you?
All in a day's work. All in a day's work. I was obsessed with his various headgear. I mean, the hard hat. A specially crafted, moulded hard hat for the head of Jason Statham. And what about his beanie? He looked great. Okay, that started generic. Well, it's obviously generic, but it started in quite a sort of naff way, I thought, right down to his bachelor pad looking out the window. The thing about a bachelor pad, I don't know if you noticed at the beginning there's just a carpet, a fucking big carpet, a glass table, and a sculpture, and that's it, and a mirror in the corner, and that's it. That's all you need in a bloke pad. In a bloke pad, you don't need much. You just need a wipe-downable leather sofa. That's it. And I wasn't surprised. He's a guy trying to hide his criminal past. What was the film? What was the film with the guy from Better Call Saul? Hidden? Was it Hidden or Secret? The one where he kind of goes on the rampage and he was a former FBI guy. I was getting those sort of vibes. I think you've got to like a film in which a whole fight scene happens on a sort of, on a building site. Don't ask about where I've got this kind of experience from. Just you didn't see nothing. I like all that. The thing I always find with Jason Statham though is he's so corny and crap. Don't tell him I said that because I don't fancy having my face smashed in. He's not bad at hurting people, but I sometimes wish he had a bit more kind of irony. I wish he was more. I wish we felt he was kind of, the way Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson can do that. I wish he was taking the piss out of himself a bit more. I find he's a bit genuine in his muscliness. Then we've got lots of sort of, women, vulnerable women. It's all very classic kind of gender stereotypes here. But then actually as the trailer went on, it got a little bit more kind of gristly, a little bit more exciting, a few kind of smoulders. There are quite a few smoulders in there. Jason Statham does a good sort of smoulder, doesn't he, from around the back of a cap. We saw bullet holes going through hands. And let's not forget, although David Harbour, how dare you with Lily Allen, how dare you? A blind archer, a weaponry sommelier. I thought there was some creative shit going on there. I quite liked it at that point. I thought, this is kind of getting, although of course it's the glorification of guns and violence and we shouldn't be doing that. But hey, Starsky and Hutch did that too. There's nothing new about that. So Michael Peña felt a bit sort of flat, but then I found that with him, it's almost like he's been restrained ever since. He was brilliant. It was really strange. And so it sort of, and then it amounts to a kind of pretty standard kind of set of sequences in vans smacking about and all that kind of stuff. I just hope there's a bit of humour in there. I hope there's a bit of kind of cheeky charm in there. Otherwise it just ends up just becoming a sort of smash-em-all. And the villain at the end, who's the villain who he drops into the pool? I thought he was going to drop him into the pool and the pool was going to be electrocuted. They showed us a lot, didn't they? I mean, we've seen a lot. I kind of feel like I know what's going to happen. I feel I've actually watched the film. But don't tell Jason Statham that. If you see him and he asks, say, Popcorn Junkies are seeing this film, they fucking love the trailer, mate. Don't come for me.